Alright. Shalom, Israel. This is Israelite School UPK, SAR 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. You understand? We are under the leadership of Commanding General Yohana. Of course, what we teach is so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true biblical Jews according to the Bible and according to our theology. You understand? Priest and Officer Mardagia, hold down the Brotherhood class spirit of the Most High. Of course, you understand, we all understand that brotherhood is synonymous to sisterhood. You understand? They both go hand in hand together. Now, I may step on a lot of sisters, souls today. You understand? But this has to be heard in Israel, man. You understand? This has to be, told as far as how to become a righteous woman and not to be a wicked. Finish my statement. You understand? So of course we're gonna be going into some precepts and some scriptures. Of course, y'all got any questions or comments? Please, you understand? Type them in. And just give me 1 second, Shalaya. I need to grab something. Give me one moment. Like about that, the picture should be up now. If y'all don't see the picture, let me know. But it should be Tawab now. I'll wait till I see a comment in the chat pertaining to the picture. Should lie about that. I forgot to transition everything over with the OBS. So let me know if y'all can see and hear me. I'm gonna wait until we get some people in here. So I get at least one comment, somebody saying that they can hear and see me. All right, Most High in Christ. All right, so everybody see the topic. You know what I'm saying? That brought a lot of people in the class, but you understand? Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's just get straight to it, man. You understand? So I want people that's, in the chat, in class, whatever the case may be, I want y'all to give me some examples of wicked females. Now, of course, you understand the topic is wicked females, but of course, we're going to be going into some examples of how to be a righteous female as well, too, or a righteous daughter of Zion as well, too. But of course, good night, man. Look at America right now, man. America is literally all female. Female is black, female is, the black woman is God. You understand? The female, is just over everything. You understand? The female's over the man. Woman art thou loose. You understand? It's all, black female prone, man. So I want you understand, the ones that's tuning in the class to just think about and give me some examples of how a woman can be wicked. How a woman can be wicked. And I'm going to give it some time, man. You understand? We want to make sure that we dig deep into this topic today because we truly love black, Hispanic, Native Indian women. But of course, due to the brainwashing, the psychology of white supremacy, they have our women just out here doing any and everything. You understand? Listen to, what's that cat name? Steve Harvey, and most recently Kevin Samuels, which is a homosexual in my eyes. You understand? But of course, black females, they just want to be, quote unquote, felt as if, felt as if they need, some type of, hearsay and she say, and they're only going to get that from a flaming homosexual. All right, so we wild on everything. Let me see here. Prostitutes, loud-mouthed, ill-mannered, rebellious, intentionally ignorant. That's a real good one right there. Real good, real good. So, bet. So, let me just make sure. Getting everything up. All right, Most High in Christ. Now where did? Okay, here we go. All right, so we're gonna go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26. And like I said, once again, we're gonna be talking about the women today, and it's all love. You understand? It is all love. Trust me when we say this. It is all love. But of course, everybody that's been tuning in to the Tuesday Brotherhood classes here in South Carolina, we all should know by now love is an action word, man. You understand? So of course we're gonna be, showing you some action within these scriptures of how some of you women, of course, in the world, are very, very wicked. So we're gonna go to how should we do this? Let's we're gonna start. No, we're not gonna start with we're gonna start with Ecclesiasticus chapter 26. As a matter of fact, we're gonna start. Let me see here. We're gonna start at verse 1. Now, of course, like I said earlier, you understand, we're gonna be talking about how to be a righteous woman and how to be how to prevent being a wicked woman. So of course, listening to everything and seeing everything all throughout mainstream media. You got all these reality TV shows, you understand, and they just, of course, they want our women to be whores. I mean, let's just keep it straight up and down. They want us to, they want our females to dress like whores, act like whores, sleep with any and everybody. You understand? Don't take care of the kids. I mean, good night, man. How many more nights does your grandma have to watch little Pookie and Star Keisha? You understand? How many nights so you can go out to the club and get sloppy drunk and go to the strip club and do God knows what, man. You understand? So we're trying to prevent our women from being wicked, man. So of course, so let's go ahead and go to the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 26. We're going to start right at verse 1. It says, "Blessed is a man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double." Now, when we're reading this scripture right here, once again, it says, "Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double." Now, of course, look at it from a worldly perspective. When, what's that saying? What is it? Happy wife, happy life, or, happy home, or, happy wife, happy home, whatever the case may be. But when you look into these scriptures, it says, "Blessed is the man that have a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double." Let's go and keep on reading. It says, "A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace." Not hell, but peace. Think about how many, black spanking Native Indian men have to work hard, you understand, whether it's at their slavery, you understand, whether it's, inside a physical building or outside, in this heat and the cold, you understand, all throughout the weathers of the season, and just being antagonized by our oppressor, being antagonized by these heathens, being antagonized by just bills piling and piling up. And then what we gotta do? We gotta go home to do what? To hear a loud mouth, Y'all understand the word I want to say. You understand? A loud mouth, blank, 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 blank. Whatever you fill in the blank. You understand? Because that's what we have to go. That's what we have to endure and look forward to. You understand? Like it. I mean, like it would be something if we can look forward to. Coming home off the slavery, or coming home from teaching class, or coming from camp, Sabbath service, whatever the case may be, high holy days. And as soon as we get through the door, our boots are being taken off. You understand? Hot meal on the table. Shower running. All that sounds like make believe now, man. But it's just it's very obsolete right now, man. You understand? Of course, it can only be found here with the women here in the ISUPK under command of General Hannah, of course. But we gotta look at it as, from a woman that's, possibly, trying to come into the truth, or she's trying to be a virtuous wife, but in all reality, she's a virtuous, you understand? A virtuous, I hope everybody understand the word that I want to say. You understand? Because that is possible as well too. You understand? Good night. Look at it, man. We have these fake Israelite groups. The Purple Cats saying that they're that they're females. They can actually, teach the Bible and be quote unquote prophetess and lay hands on people. So it's possible that you can be a virtuous bitch. You understand? They just throw it out there. That is possible, but of course you have to keep striving to be that righteous woman, man. You have to be very, very, very diligent, man. Obey your husband. You understand? Obey your Adawan, man. Whether he's in the truth or not in the truth, obey that man. So, once again, let's see here. It says, a good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord. Good night, man. A lot of these females these days, they have no fear in the Most High, man. A lot of them, they don't even believe in God. They believe in themselves. You understand? They believe in, Africanism, Islam, and, all these, what they call them, the third percenters, and, what is the other one? What is the other one? Atheist, and, just all this hoopla, man. And they don't have no moral value, even within themselves to believe in that, man, like, I'm supposed to be a woman, but my mind is telling me to battle my man. My mind is telling me to do what? Give him more hell. You understand? I got a question. I got a question for everybody that's tuning in, and I see we got a comment. So let me ask it in this way. So there's three things that men want. Three things that men want, and I want someone in the chat to answer that. What are these three things that men want and need from a woman? I think this is Asha. He says like they believe in spirituality. Yeah, some of them do. Some of them do. But let's answer this question though. What do men need and men want out of their woman, out of their wife? It's three things. I want someone to get in the chat and answer that. What are these three things that men want from their rib, from their wife, from their boo thing, or their, the one, whatever the case may be? What are these three things that men want? I'll give it some time. What are the three things that men want in marriage? I'll give it a couple more minutes and then we're gonna get into it. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Sister Ayana said comfort. That is definitely one. To close my mouth. That's another one. And good loving. Man, listen, man. That sister is 100% correct, man. On all three of them. You understand? Men want sex, comfort. You understand? Of course, sex. Of course, we all understand that sex consummates marriage. And of course, if you keep on reading through the definition of marriage, it says continually, you understand? Continually, over and over and over and over again, continually, over and over and over again. You understand? And that's what we want from our ribs, man. From our wife. You understand? And then, of course, she said comfort, which is 100% as well, correct as well, too. Comfort. You understand? Some men, you understand, they look at money as comfort. Nothing wrong, sis, at all with giving your man your whole entire check. You understand? Nothing wrong with that at all. Because you know why? Because, of course, if he's a righteous brother, he's going to make sure that all the bills are paid. You understand? He's going to make sure that there's food, that there's food on the table. And more importantly, he's going to make sure that the tithes are being paid, man. You understand? So, and that's all a woman truly needs. You understand? Nothing wrong with, buying clothes or, whatever the case may be. Nothing wrong with that at all. But when it comes to, bills and trying to, strategize, when it comes to funds, men are, primarily the best ones when it comes to managing money, man. So of course, some men, look at comfort, or like as money when it comes to comfort. Some men, they may want a, big screen TV, or what they call it, what's the word I'm looking for? In the basement, a man cave. Some men they like, these video games. A lot of men they look at comfort as, oh man, I love my wife cooking food. You understand? And then of course, like the sister said, just shut your mouth. You understand? It's literally, it can be all that simple. Everything can go so smooth if just shut your mouth and just listen. Be that kind to your husband. It can be so simple. Don't be a headache to him. Don't be another burden added to him. You understand? We are already dealing with so much stuff in the world. Now we have to come home and listen to you cry about, we're not spending, too much time together. Oh, you over your other rib's house more than my house. Just crying and crying and crying over and over again, man. No, man. How about you? Like we said earlier, as soon as that man comes to the house, you understand, you make sure that he feels comfortable. You understand? You make sure that, of course, that you're not over talking him or, trying to, manipulate him to trigger so y'all can get into an argument. Because 9 out of 10 times arguments come from women. You understand? If you really think about it, 9 out of 10 times, most arguments come from women. I'm going to say that one more time. 9 out of 10 times, Arguments come from women. Why? Because they just have to have the first, the middle, and the last word, man. You understand? A lot of women. You understand? And this is just just speaking in general. I'm not pinpointing anybody out or anything in that nature. But women, they say you and your husband talking, and he's telling you to do X, Y, and Z, whatever the case may be. A lot of women, they listen to respond instead of listening to understand. I'm gonna say that one more time. A lot of females, they listen to respond instead of listening to understand and say kind on kind, or yes sir, or yes my lord. You understand? Once again, I'm gonna repeat it one more time. A lot of women, they listen to respond instead of listening to understand, man. And that's what has that right there has destroyed the black community, man. You understand? That right there has destroyed the image of the black women. You understand? Because the black women, oh, good night, man. All you gotta do is turn on the TV, these quote unquote reality TV shows, and best believe, man, they're gonna have the last word. And all the arguments are mainly done by who? By the women. So that last one, just close your mouth. You understand? Don't be a headache. You understand? If it's something that we, something very serious and very urgent that you need to discuss, you understand? Wait until your action out of one. Is it okay if we talk about X, Y, and Z? And if it's an ample time for him to say, okay, well, let's talk about it right now. You understand? Let's, let's talk about it right now and get it over with. If he doesn't want to talk about it, he may have a whole bunch of other things going on in his mind. You understand? Bills. You understand what the kids gonna do? You understand? Man, I'm trying to get out this house. I'm trying to do, I'm trying to do this stuff at the school. X, Y, and Z, whatever the case may be, man. You understand? So it may sound, elementary, but get permission to start an argument. You understand? Get permission to start an argument. It sounds crazy. I know it does. You understand? But get permission to start an argument. Because like I said, once again, 9 out of 10 times, these arguments, they are triggered by women. Let me see what this comment is. She'll like it. I'm going to try to have both of them up. All right. Okay. I should say obedience. Triple X, I understand that language. And then order. That's a good one. And should lie about just not seeing these images, these messages. Young man D'Angelo says sex, comfort, and submission. Okay. You understand? Now, when it comes to that word, see, when it comes to that word, whether it's obedience and submission, once again, America and, mainly the Christian church and mainly, grandma and, well, not necessarily grandma, well, the quote unquote Megan Thee Stallion and, all these hot girl, summer girls and, Cardi B, whatever the case may be, they have destroyed submission. You understand? Because in all reality, submission is not, do, X, Y, and Z, do this right now and stop what you're doing. You understand? When, when I come out the door, you understand, you should be down, you should be bowing down to me and all this. Listen, man, good night, man. If you have a woman like that, man, listen, you are a blessed man. But here in 2021, that is obsolete, man. That is almost impossible. You understand? If you got it, hey, man, Lord, listen, man, the Lord has blessed you, brother. But of course, a lot of women these days, they have to be reprogrammed to understand the true submission, man. You understand? Submitting to your man is so simple. It's just, exactly like we've been saying. Doing everything that we just talked about. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that, food is on the table. Making sure that, he feels comfortable, whatever his comfort level is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever his sex drive is. A lot of men, they like to have sex. But you have some men that they can go with, sex once or twice a week. You have some men, they can go with sex every single day. And then you have men, right in the middle. They can do it, probably, 2-3 times a week. Whatever the case may be, man. You understand? So make that man feel comfortable. Make that man feel wanted. Why should you make that man feel wanted? Is he wanted in America? You understand? Does anybody want your husband in America? In white society, in white supremacy? Do they? I mean, man. If they do, good night. Or be with that brother, man. But of course, we all understand that black man, black spanking native Indian, man, we have that target on our back, man. So the least we can do is come home and have some type of comfort. You understand? Not having not having our woman nag us over and over and over again about the simple things, man. About the simple things. You understand? About the simple things. All right, so let's get back into these scriptures. Let's get back into these scriptures. What was that verse? Verse 4, it says, whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart toward the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with cheerful countenance, man. Listen, man, whether a man be rich or poor, you understand? He should always have a good rib by his side, man. He should always have a good rib by his side, man. Verse 5, there be three things that mine heart feared, for the fourth I was so sore afraid, the slander of a city, that gathering together of an unruly multitude and the false accusations, all these are worse than death. We're gonna keep reading. But verse 6, it says, but a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicated with all. Let's read that again. It says, but a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicated with all. Good night, man. You should not be jealous of another woman. You should not be jealous if a man has another wife. If your husband has another wife, you should not be jealous. You understand? You should not be jealous whatsoever, man. You understand? Don't be jealous, man. You understand? Be grateful. Why? Because that's a good man. That's a righteous man. So how selfish of you to just think that it's okay to have him to yourself. You understand? That's a that's a monogamous world. You understand? That's a American dream. You understand? So when you say that you want your man to only have one husband, you might as well go ahead and continue to be in the world. You understand? You might as well go ahead and serve these Greek gods. You understand? You might as well go ahead and follow the Roman Catholic Church, and better yet, you might as well sit in the front row in the Christian church, because you're being selfish of that man not having another woman, man. You understand? And of course, it's none of your business anyway. If he feels fit to tell you that, hey, listen, I'm going to get another wife. Hey, listen, so be it. You understand? That's exactly how you should look at it. So be it. Understand that you have a righteous man, and understand this, that he's going to be with you for the rest of your life, for the rest of his life. You understand? That's what's happening. You understand? He's being a good man. He's being a righteous man, and he wants another wife. Nothing wrong with that at all, man. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. You understand? So once again, if you feel like, your husband is being, you know, showing favoritism, or, not spending enough time with you, maybe you should evaluate yourself. You understand? If he chooses to be with his other wife more than you, then maybe you should evaluate yourself. Like, man, are you doing everything that, a virtuous wife should do? Are you doing everything a righteous wife should do? Are you shutting your mouth? You understand? Are you making sure that his comfort level is met? You understand? Are you giving that water at both ends? You understand? I pray you understand that. Are you? If you're not, then, good night. You have to, you kind of got to look at it, like, man, maybe I'm not being the best wife I could be. Maybe I need to step my game up on all platforms. And then maybe he'll come around more. Maybe he may, start bringing clothes over. You understand? Maybe he may, spend the nights, 4 nights out the week at your house versus, 1 day out of the week. You understand? And, whatever the case may be, you understand, he may, show, the same amount of love that he's shown his other wife to you, all because of you not being that bitch anymore. You understand? Of course, he still has to deal with you. Maybe he just need a little break from you, man. Maybe he just need a little break from you. And once again, you need to evaluate yourself. You understand? Don't, bring it up to him saying all these are, crazy, offlandish things. Evaluate yourself. Step back, sis. You understand? Step back, sis, and evaluate yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. You understand? Are you doing everything that he wants you to do? You understand? Are you making sure that your body is covered up in public? You understand? Are you, are you not being that quote unquote provocative and, wanting to be sexy women? You understand? Are you making sure that you, shedding yourself of the world, doing your 90 days so you can obtain your Hebrew name? Are you doing all these things, sis? You understand? Are you making sure that you're covered up wherever and everywhere you go? Do you have on modest apparel? A lot of men and females, and it just trips me out. You understand? When I hear from men and females, they always say that. Why do y'all always say y'all want y'all woman covered up? How you supposed to know what it look like up under if you can't, get a little sneak peek? Trust me, it is some box up under there, man. You understand? It is some box up under there. You understand? It is some box up under there, man. Best believe that, man. But we don't need women to be provocative, man. You understand? We don't need that, man. We see it enough out here in America. We see it enough on social media, mainstream media, whatever. We know wherever we can just go outside, man. And we can see all that. But, what's up with, women being, like I said earlier, just being, man, listen, it is a turn on when I see a woman that is fully clothed and you can still see them curves. Shalakia. I'm gonna say that again. It is a turn on for me. Of course, single women only, of course. It is a turn on for me when I see a woman that is fully clothed and you can still see them curves, man. You can still see them curves, man. You understand? You can still see them curves, man. So it's like, the virtuous woman is almost, it's almost like a lost art. It's just gone. It's just slowly fading away. And we all know, Summer is here now. So, everybody trying to get they, they quote unquote, summer body ready, trying to get everything tight. Sisters making sure that they doing squats and make sure that they got a little jiggle back there. No, man. And it's so crazy, man. Even when it's hot, you can still have modest apparel on, man. Cover your behind up. You understand? Cover your behind up. Cover it up, sis. You understand? You don't understand, the crowd that you are attracting, man. You understand? In all reality, you're attracting those demons. You understand? You are attracting those demons to come at you lustfully. You understand? And nothing but lust. That's what you're truly attracting, man. You understand? So sisters, man, we need to make sure, and of course it is, so duly your husband's responsibility to make sure that you are covered up by any means necessary, man. Because you have no idea who's watching. You have no idea who's looking for you to slip up and say, oh, well, X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? That sister is, Officer such and such rib, and oh man, she at the club, and she didn't have no clothes on. You understand? She just out here twerking, and trying to have a good time, going to the beach, and man, I just seen everything. Everything was out, man. Listen, sis, don't be that sis, man. You understand? Do not be that sister, man. Do not. And of course, I'm not pinpointing anybody out. I'm just speaking, from what I've seen in the world. You understand? What I hear at the slavery. Brothers be having, these wicked women in their lives. And they doing any and everything that they can do to provide for their family. And meanwhile, they woman is turning up for hot girl summer season, man. I don't even know if that's the right phrase, hot girl summer season, or, whatever it is. You understand? So we need to make sure, man, that our sisters, are once again, that y'all say is covered up. Even when it's hot, man, make sure that you're behind in everything that's visible, anything that's going to, have a regular Jake look at you in a lustful way. Don't even make it possible for him to look at you. Make him come up to you with respect. You understand? Instead of, saying, hey, shoot, you got a little thing back there, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what's to that. 9 out of 10 times, if a woman is fully clothed, you understand? Most men, 9 out of 10 times, the man is gonna come up to them with a little bit more respect. And 9 out of 10 times, they're gonna ask, are you married? Are you seeing anyone? Versus, oh, dang, man, she got these, she got these tight leggings on, and everything's just loose. You know what I'm saying? Her cleavage is all out. You know what I'm saying? She got red lipstick on, and the shining lip gloss. And then what, man? Those men are gonna come up to you 9 out of 10 times, and they gonna ask for the number. They gonna persuade you to get your number, and then what's gonna happen? Good night, man. You got a worldly man that's not going to take care of you. I'm talking about as far as responsibility, not financially, because of course everybody know these as far as quote unquote drug dealers. You understand? They have all the money, all the females, but they don't take care of their responsibility. 9 out of 10 times, I'm not going to say all men are like that in the world, but majority of them, they just trying to get a quickie. You know what I'm saying? Don't be that quickie, sis. You know what I'm saying? Do not be that quickie. Have it just like the scripture says, man. You understand? Be that virtuous woman, man, that everyone talks about in the city, man. Everyone knows that she's a hard worker. Everybody knows her husband, you know what I'm saying, righteous man, doing all these great things, you know what I'm saying, for the community, for the school, you know what I'm saying, bold and, Tosket, toxic, you know what I'm saying, a very, very masculine man. Be a good representation of him, man. You understand? When a man, try to approach you, he should see your husband. You understand? He should see your husband. He should know that you are married, man. Without a question. He should know that you are married without a question, man. You understand? So let's make sure that, of course, just like we said, make sure that you on a constant basis, constant basis, making sure that his comfort levels is good, and make sure that you just shutting up. Shemai. It's okay to shemai. Nothing wrong with that at all, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to alleviate so much stress on that brother, man. It's going to alleviate so much stress on you as well, too. Because why? Because, of course, if you stressing him out, 9 out of 10 times, he's going to go to his other wife, or he's going to spend, less time with you. And, man, and good night, man. And the sad part is, it's always the women that got about 4, 5 kids. You understand? 4, 5, 6, 7 kids. They always say, "Oh, I can never find me a good man. I could never find me a man that wants to take care of me and my 10 kids." To realize, of course, once you come across a good man, whether he's in the world or whether he's definitely if he's in the school, you understand? Once they come across him, it's like, oh well, he's still not doing enough, or he can be doing much more. What what did Tyree say? What did he say? He said, "What more do you want from me?" You understand? Listen, we are men, black spanking native Indian, man. We have so much hell outside of these walls in this school, man. So much hell that we have to go through. We have to, talk to our oppressor, be quote unquote social at the slavery. You understand? Do business with them, and see our people, living in hell while we're in hell as well too. And then we gotta go home, and then we gotta do all these crazy things. Then we gotta make sure that everything is all right with the family. And behold, we have a loud mouth bitch in our ear. Just loud for no reason. Just loud. Like, why are you so loud? You understand? We didn't already heard, everything, at our slavery from, those loudmouth women. Now we gotta come home and hear from our loudmouth women. We didn't already heard from all the brothers, all they, life situations and, female issues. And of course, here with the school, we don't gossip or any in that nature whatsoever. Then we gotta go back home, and then we gotta, hope and pray that our wife is, not trying to plot another argument. You understand? Not trying to plot another argument, because y'all known for that. You will plot an argument in a heartbeat over something that doesn't even make sense 9 out of 10 times, man. Doesn't even make sense 9 out of 10 times, man. Plotting arguments. Oh, well, you forgot to take out the trash. Or, oh, man, are you going to wash the dishes? No, how about you shut your mouth? How about I'll wash the dishes when I want to wash the dishes? As a matter of fact, how about you wash the dishes? How about I'll take the trash when I want to take out the trash? You understand? How about you get my my drink ready for me? You understand? Pour me up a glass. Pour me up a glass. You understand? Pour me up a glass, get my shower ready, and just be wholesome, man. You understand? We are, man, like the women these days, they just lost that, so wholeheartedly of just being a good woman, of being a solid woman. is just obsolete. It's just non-existent. Non-existent to the point where it's almost like, like the norm is, oh, okay, well, I'm just, I'm used to her yelling. You understand? I had a brother at the slave. Slave said that it's to the point where he just get used to his woman yelling at him. Just get used to it. I'm like, man, that is a headache, brother. Like, man, like I feel your pain. Like, man, like, why is this happening? You understand? It's always, oh, well, I'm not bringing enough money in, or I'm not doing, I'm not taking care of our kids the way she wants to take care of her kids, or her allowance is not big enough. You understand? I seen a post, man, and I don't know if this was a devil or a sister, but the post, and I'm just gonna just get straight to it with the with the post. So the post was, the wife was a stay-at-home mom. You understand? And her husband was some type of surgeon. I'm not for certain what type of surgeon it was, but I do know that he was some type of surgeon. And she got mad because he had lost her job due to COVID, and he had to take a less paying job. I believe it was I think he was starting out like probably like $300,000, and then he had to take a price cut all the way down to $150,000. And her main reason of getting mad was because her monthly allowance was $5,000 monthly. Monthly allowance was $5,000, and it got cut to $1,500. And that's why she wanted to bring on this hell. And that's why she left him. And that's why she said within a post that, oh, well, at his old job, it's more men that's making the same amount of money. And that she's sure that she can get another man just like he was. All over money, man. All over lust. All over wanting to look good. You understand? Putting on what they say, I'm about to go get my face beat. You understand? I'm about to put these heels on. And there's nothing wrong with, looking good for your man. But, when you looking good for the other man and for all these other men, it's like, what's the point? It's like, truly, like, what is the point of doing that, man? None whatsoever, man. None. Give me 1 second. Hell, let's get back into to these scriptures, man. 1 second here. He said, he said, Shalaya, sir, they act as if they are natural state is normal. Shalaya, if it sounds confusing. No, yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, when they're arguing, they act like that's the norm. You understand? They act like that's their natural state of that's how they're supposed to act. You understand? They are supposed to be crazy. They are supposed to argue. They are supposed to get on your last nerve. You understand? They are supposed to use your child as bait, use your son, use your daughter as bait, use your kids as bait to get at you, to get back with you. You understand? I remember another post with an evil mother and grandmother. Good night. An evil mother and grandmother. So you had a brother, watching his, doing his, due diligence with the whole, visitation, whatever the case may be. And, he took his boys to go get haircuts. You understand? Took his boys to go get haircuts. And, when it was time to, make the swap for, to go back with their mother, the baby mom gave him hell, man, for just a simple haircut. Now, of course, sidebar, of course, we don't, agree, with the lineups. You know what I'm saying? And here and true, but of course, haircuts is totally fine. You trim down your beard, your hair, whatever the case may be. You just can't get the lineup. But, going back to the story, and of course, these are just, people in the world as well too. You understand? And this is just one example of many of how wicked and how evil these women can truly be towards the father of their kids. It's like, if you hate the man so bad, why did you open your legs? Was you forced? It had to be at some point in given time that you felt comfortable and caring and loving to that man. But of course, once the pregnancy comes and quote unquote mood swings come around, no, man. No, not at all. You understand? That's all within your mental state, man. You understand? You should go see a psychiatrist. You understand? You should truly go see a psychiatrist to see if there's anything wrong with your psyche. Is there anything wrong with your mental for giving this man so much hell, man? So going back to the sister, you understand? She gave that brother, she cussed him out, told him that he wasn't going to be able to see his kids anymore, all over a simple haircut, man. All over a simple haircut, man. So, of course, once again, we need to realize of who, when you're dealing with, when you're dealing with your husband, you understand, make sure that you are showing him the utmost respect, man. Make sure you are showing him that respect, man, to the point where, you understand, it's, not in a question that you can be a solid woman, a virtuous woman. You understand? A woman that he doesn't have to worry about. A woman that he can count on and depend on for those three things that we named earlier, man. And it can be all so simple. So let's go ahead and continue reading. Let's go ahead and skip down to verse 13. Once again, we're in the book of Ecclesiastes. We're in verse 26. We're going to drop down to verse 13. It says, the grace of a wife delighted her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones, man. Good night, man. It says, the grace of a wife delight her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones, man. Meaning, man, listen, man. Women, listen, it's nothing wrong with a woman being low-key, being humble, being discreet. You understand? It's going to puff us up, man. You understand? It's going to make us feel like, man, I really got me a good woman. My woman, when I tell her to do something that's going to be beneficial to her, I don't get a response. I don't get a, she was listening to respond. She was listening to fully understand what I was saying. She didn't give me no talk back, man. And when I came over, she made sure that I was comfortable, man. She made sure that my comfort level was good. You understand? And she made sure that all my desires, sexual desires, was fulfilled. Read this scripture one more time. It says, the grace of a wife delighted her husband, and her discretion would fatten his bones. It says, verse 14, it says, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord's. Once again, it says a silent and loving woman. Now, of course, we all understand what silent is. And of course, once again, loving, you understand, when we look at the word loving, of course, love is that action word, making sure that everything, that we said before is being, fulfilled on his comfort levels. You understand? So it doesn't say, a loud woman is a blessing of the Lord. It doesn't say, a hateful woman is going to be a gift of the Lord. It says a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Good night, man. So you telling me a woman's mind has to be instructed on what to do? I mean, this is what the scripture says. You understand? It's not what I'm saying. It says, once again, it says a silent woman A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Man. Listen, woman, there's nothing wrong with being silent. There's nothing wrong with being that kind of one kind sister to your husband, to the men that oversee you, whatever the case may be. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with saying, hey, listen, I was in the world. I'm sorry for everything I did. So many sisters come into the truth from the world, cut their dreads, say, I'm sorry, I was in the world. I had no idea. You know what I'm saying? We didn't cut dreads here in the school. You know what I'm saying? You see it all throughout, all throughout Israel, man. It's okay. You was in the world. You didn't know. Say you were sorry. Be that silent woman. Be that kind of unkind sister to your husband, to your Lord, whether he's in the school, whether he's not in the school. You understand? And just be that virtuous woman. Don't be a virtuous bitch. No man wants a virtuous bitch, Shalagia. You understand? You try to do everything right. Oh, you are quote unquote covered up, and you got your hair wrap on, but underneath that hair wrap, good night, man. Underneath all of those, all of those layers of clothes, good night, man. It's just filthy, man. And I'm not talking about a physical experience. I'm not talking about the physical appearance. I'm talking about the spiritual appearance, man. You understand? When you are continually arguing, how females, they get, they point the fingers, and they start bobbing their head, doing all this crazy nonsense. Doing all this crazy nonsense to the point where it's like, oh man, I'm better than my man. I'm better than him. No, sis, man. Sat down. Not sit down. Sat all the way down, man. And close your mouth. Close your mouth. It says a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. Be that gift of the Lord to your husband. You understand? Be that gift of the Lord to the school if you don't have a husband. You understand? Dump all your funds in the school. Dump all your funds into your husband so, he can give it to a school. So he can make sure that everything is tawab at the house, at the bayatah. You understand? Make sure that all that is tawab, man. And be virtuous. Be loving. Here we go. Said, let me see. Give me 1 second. He said, so she said, Shalagit, sir, woman must understand that if she does have an issue, or there is strife going on, she still has the ability. She still has the ability, is able to be lovable or well-mannered when addressing. Yeah, that makes sense. Let me read it again so I don't, make sure I'm not messing up the words or anything like that. He says, Shalaya, sir, women must understand that if she, I'm gonna read just like it is, she does have an issue, or there is strife going on, she still has the ability and is able to be lovable and well-mannered and addressed. Okay, that's a good point. You understand? A lot of women, of course, like we said before, come from the world. You understand? They are in the world, and they just love the world because they love white supremacy. You understand? They love the KKK. You understand? They love the Christian church. Why? Because all of those things I just named, they are against black people. So, you understand? You are in, if you hate your husband and you want to, continue, to, make his mind, go crazy and, make him, go back and forth with arguing, you might as well say that, you're making America great again. You understand? You might as well be doing all the finger pointing and, your head bobbing, you might as well have a Make America Great hat on and I love white supremacy shirt on. If you can't shut your mouth, if you're not making sure that his comfort levels is good, if you're not giving him that gush, you understand, at both ends, give him that gush at both ends and shut your mouth. Wake up, make him a sandwich, and everything's going to be too wild, man. Everything's going to be good. All right? Let's see. Where was we at here? All right. 15, it says, a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace in her her countenance mine cannot be valued. Good night, man. It says a double grace. Good night, man. Think about that, man. You got double grace, man, in a virtuous woman, man. You got a double grace in a woman that's going to shut her mouth, man. You got a double woman, man, that's doing everything that you want her to do. Rubbing your feet, rubbing your back, rubbing your mind, man. Rubbing your head, not the mind. Rubbing your head, man. Doing all these great things that you want her to do while serving the Lord. While making sure that, she's being that Proverbs 31 woman and not a Proverbs 31 whore. Because there's some Proverbs 31 whores out there, man. Best believe they are out there. The Christian church. You understand? Let's continue, man. It says, as the sun, when it ariseth in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house, man. So is the beauty as well of a good wife in the ordering of her house, man. This is just so beautiful right here, man. And this is something that we want to push and just continue to push it all throughout our sister's mindset of what you should be looked upon as a good wife or as a good woman for that matter, man. You understand? Not just a wife, but a good woman, man. You understand? Because your husband, he has to give a report on you, man, of how's everything going. Everything to wild with your rib. She didn't stab you, right? She didn't try to kill you this time, did she? Is she cooking your food? Is she rubbing your feet? You understand? Is she shedding herself of the world? Is she seeing her friends less and less that was in the world? Is she not hanging around that homosexual anymore? Is she doing all these less and less things over and over again? You understand? Did she comb out her hair, man? You understand? Did she comb out them dreads? Did she cut the dreads off? Did she? A lot of sisters did in this school, man. A lot of brothers did as well, too. It's just hair. It's going to grow back, sis. We done seen it over and over and over again. Once again, I'm not pinpointing anybody out specifically. I'm just using that as an example of what we have seen in this school, man. And what I personally experience, whether it's at my slave or whether it is within the school. Women, they like to hold on to things, man, as if that, this is a part of them. Whether it's their, whether it's the way they dress, whether it's the way, they look, whether it's their appearance, whether it's their hair, whether it's, their body. You understand? They have to make it as if it's an appearance for everybody to see. You understand? And that's a part of, learning. Nothing wrong with it, sis. You understand? Nothing wrong with it at all. Just make sure that you're working on it over and over again, man. Over and over and over again, man. You understand? To the point where you start seeing yourself change. You start being a new creature, as the scripture says. You start, along with not eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, you start wearing hair wraps as a norm. You start wearing dresses to classes as a norm. You start being covered up as a norm. Whatever the case may be, whether it's going to the grocery store, picking up your husband from work, going grocery shopping, picking up the kid, picking up your child, whatever the case may be, you find yourself covering up more. Why? Because you're covering up from America. Because America wants you to be exposed. But here in the school, we want you to be covered up, man. Because you are a prized possession to your husband or your future husband. You understand? So don't uncover for America for everybody to see. Make sure that you're covered up. Because once again, you are that prized possession. Don't allow anything hinder you to become that virtuous woman, man. We're going to keep on reading. We're going to drop down to verse 23. You understand? Don't allow America, man, to change your thought process. You understand? Because America, they are known for it, man. America is known for letting your thought process be wicked. Let's just keep it exactly how it is. They are known for allowing your mindset to become wicked over and over and over again. Because that's what they look forward to. They look forward to a woman, showing, her behind, her breasts, her thighs, her skin. They look forward to that, man. Why? Because they know that it's going to be some little, pervert or, some horny man that's going to knock her up. And then what? She's going to put him on child support, and he's going to get behind on child support. And then what? She's going to put him in jail. And then who wins? America wins, man. So when we say cover yourself up, sis, we're not doing it as a respect. So we're not doing it as disrespect, Shalagia. We're doing it in the most respectful way possible. You understand? We're doing it in the, most brotherly and sisterly way possible as well, too. You understand? When they come to, sisters telling sisters on how to dress and how to carry themselves as well, too, because sisters do it as well, too. You understand? So let's make sure that we are, practicing, those good values of, being that righteous sister, man. With being that righteous sister, man. Let's see here. All right, I'm sorry, Christ. So yeah, let's go and keep on reading. When I say Ecclesiastes chapter 26, verse 23. Now, of course, how we talked about earlier of how, black women, they love to be, I don't know, and it's just so weird of how they love to hear negativity. Negativity drives them. Negativity gives them, that extra oomph that they need in life. You understand? That's what they just love to hear, man. Let's read this scripture right here. What is it? Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 23. It says, "A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord." Now, of course, we all understand that a wicked woman is given into a portion of a wicked man. Once again, who is it all starting with? It's starting with that woman, man. It's starting with that woman. If a wicked woman is set up with a righteous man, you understand? A righteous man is going to, need everything out, all the wickedness out. But of course, if a wicked woman is matched with a wicked man, they are a perfect match. You know what I'm saying? That is a quote unquote match made in heaven. What is it? What's that website? Match.com. You understand? They have made their they have made their match. They have met their match. When it comes to a wicked woman is a is given as a portion to a wicked man. It says, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. You understand? So of course, if you find yourself around a righteous man and you have a righteous husband, consider that a blessing of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Consider yourself, consider yourself, looked upon as a righteous, virtuous woman. That's how you should look upon yourself, man. It says, we're going to drop, let me see, verse 24, it says, a dishonest woman contempteth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. Verse 25, it says, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord, man. And that's what we're seeing here nowadays, man. Just shameless, man. Shameless women. Now, of course, going back to how, of course, females, they love to just be downgraded. They love to hear that, that they're not doing so well in life, that they what's the words? That they are, overweight, or they're too short, or they're too tall, or they wear too much weave, or they have too much makeup on. It's caked up. You understand? That's what Kevin Samuels is telling these women, and they just thrive on it, man. Truly thrive on it. It's like they want to hear negativity from a homosexual, from an effeminate man. Good night, man. Listen, man. Attempting to listen to Kevin Samuels is very, very hard, man. Very hard, man. Why? Because of course he's downgrading our women, man. He's downgrading our women for his pleasure, while he's sleeping with another man, as he quote unquote claims that he has all these women. You understand? I can't even look at his face on the screen. I just have to just listen to a little snippet of it, and I just got to turn it off. You understand? A lot of people look at it as comedy, as it's all fun and games, but when you really think about it, like, he's down, he's doing what America, wants him to do when it comes to downgrading and degrading our black women, man. Now, some of them, you understand, may have needed to hear that, but not from him. You understand? They need to hear that from us here in the ISUPK, man. They need to hear that from us. Why? Because when he tells them that, that's going to be it. But when we tell you that, we're going to mold you on how to become that righteous woman, man. We're going to mold you to be prepared to be a virtuous wife. We're going to, give you the instructions on how to deal with your husband that is in the world. That's what we're going to do. Why? Because we love black women. You understand? We love them. Kevin Samuels, on the other hand, no. Let's just keep it straight up. No, he does not. You understand? And all along with these other, quote unquote black people that, just think that they are just, all great and, doing all these great things. No, man. They don't give a damn about you, man. We give a damn about black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women. That's what we do, man. Because while Kevin Samuels is making fun of you and making, TikToks and making all these, little snippets and videos out of you, we're going to tell you those things and more, and maybe some more and more, but also we're going to equip you with everything that you need to know so you can shed yourself of that old person and become that righteous and that virtuous and that silent and that loving woman, so you can give your man sex, so you can fulfill your man comfort levels, so you can shut your mouth. That's what we're gonna do. But hey, leave it up to America and everybody that wants to believe in this quote unquote dream of loving everybody and trying to be with everybody and woman art thou loose, doing all these abominable, wicked, and crazy things. We are out here building women, man. Building them, man. Building and building and building them up to be the best women that they can be, the best wife that they can be. Meanwhile, America wants you to bust it wide open, man. They want you to bust it wide open for a hot girl. What is it? Hot girl summer season? I don't even know the proper wording for it. So I probably should look that up. Hot girl summer season. You understand? That's what they want to prepare for you, man. That's what they're preparing for you right now. It's about to get hot. People about to start fighting. People about to start, quitting their jobs so they can go on these extravagant trips, with their home girls, and they can, have sex with these foreign men, make them pay for everything, and then come back home to their husband while he's been working 10, 12 hours straight. But hey, that's the America that we live in, man. You understand? That's the world that we live in, man. We're trying to prevent that from and protect our women from being that wicked whore, from being that wicked woman, because we give a damn about you too much. You understand? One moment here. 1 second. We're gonna drop that. We're gonna go to. Come on now. Let's see here. Proverbs 11. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to go to the book of Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 16. It says, a gracious woman retaineth honor, and strong men retain riches. Once again, it says, a gracious woman retaineth honor. It is a great honor to be able to see sisters here in this truth, man. To just be loving to the brothers as if that's their physical brother, and then being that great wife to their husband, all at the same time, man. It's a great honor, man, to be a part of that, to be a part of this, man. And then also it says, a strong man retaining riches, man. And it's not talking about, physical riches. It's talking about the riches, man, within these scriptures, man. The riches, within the earth. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be looked upon as a not virtuous, but an austere man. You understand? It says, verse 17, it says, the merciful man doeth good to his own soul, but he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh. You understand? We're gonna drop down. We're gonna go to Proverbs 12. Proverbs 12, we're going to start at verse 5. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, and verse 5. It says let's go up to verse 12. We gonna start at verse 4. It says, "A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, but she that maketh a shame is as rottenness to his bones." Good night, man. Let's just let that sink in within our mindsets. It says a virtuous woman is as a crown to her husband, man. A crown, man. You understand? When you have a crown on, it's like you're royalty. So in essence, a righteous woman is as royalty to her husband. You understand? Is as royalty to her husband. Is as righteous and all these great and positive things to her husband, man. Why? Because she preserved herself for her husband, man. You understand? She was handpicked for her husband, man. You understand? Handpicked for her husband. It says, "But she that maketh it ashamed is as rottenness to his bone," man. Don't allow and don't be that woman that's going to embarrass her husband. It's not going to be a representation to her husband. It's not going to be the reflection of her husband. Why? Because, good night, man. Aren't we saying that enough now these days? Good night, man. Look at that. What's that one reality star woman, Portia? You understand? And we brought this up before. Portia, quote unquote, one of the baddest chicks in the South. I'm not saying she stayed in the South, probably somewhere down there in Atlanta. Had a quote unquote best friend. Supposed to be best friend. Hung out. Did all these great things. Her best friend was having man issues, to the point where they got a quote unquote divorce in America. And within what? I want to say 2-3 weeks, what happened? Portia is engaged to her best friend's ex-husband. Now, that right there is just, for one, it just shows how much evil and wickedness that that sister had against her quote unquote best friend, and how conniving and evil and money hungry she can be at the same time. Now, a lot of people may not remember Cordell Stewart, but I believe this had to be about 10 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, but at some point in time they were actually married. Cordell Stewart and Portia was married. Now, this sister took almost everything that brother had, and if anybody don't know who Cordell Stewart is, he was a well-known football player, man. I believe he played. Oh man, I want to say he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that, but I know that for sure he played football, and he was married to this exotic model. You understand? And of course, when they got once they did divorce, she took everything that he had, man, and some, to the point where I don't believe anybody even know that was at some point that was his wife. Talking about Cordell Stewart, man. You understand? Where we at here? Verse 5. It says, the thoughts of the righteousness are right, but the counsel of the wicked are deceit. Think about it, man. Going back to Kevin Samuels, how women prefer to tell homosexual men all their issues and tell them how to dress and tell them how to act and how to treat a man. Just think about it, man. There's a high value of men that are homosexuals when it comes to quote unquote mentoring our sisters. Mentoring them in a relationship when they are doing good night. God knows what. to a man, to a little boy, to a little girl. You understand? But these are the ones that are, as a whole, is giving that information to our sisters, man. And this is something that, of course, we need to make sure that we can continue over and over again. Don't allow it to happen to you, man. Because we all understand, of course, that the wages of sin is death, man. So we need to make sure that, of course, our sisters, man, they are seeking, counsel and advice from the priests and prophets of the Lord, because a homosexual, man, you know what I'm saying, once you're in the grave, he's going to look for another sister, man. Meaning, not a, physical grave, as far as, you listening to everything that he tells you to do, and now he done bedrocks you with his words, and now you're, in that deep sleep. Now what happens? He's going on to the other female. Oh, girl, you don't need to be doing all this X, Y, and Z. This is how you dress, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you comb your hair out. Make sure that you, make sure that you put on something sexy and you go out there and get you another man. Meanwhile, he has a man. But once again, that's America for you. That's what America wants. Let's say, y'all. Let's see James here. Give me 1 second here. Let's go to James. This is the book of James, chapter 4 and verse 5. It says, Do ye think that the scripture saith in vain, the spirit that dwelleth in us lusteth in envy? You know what I'm saying? Do you think that all these scriptures, man, that that we, teach and have embedded in our mindsets and in our brains and through our walks of life, do you think that they are just all lustful and envy? Do you really believe that, man? It says, do ye think that the scripture saith in vain, that the spirit that dwelleth in us lusteth in envy? Meaning what, man? You're going after your sexual desires for everyone. You understand? For everyone. These sexual desires that you just have for any and everybody, man. And that you just can't give up. You have them for them. And then envy. Who are you envying, man? Are you not envying our oppressor? Do you not want to be like them? Do you not want to be like their women? Do you not want to have your life on a quote-unquote pedestal? No, man. Sis, you got to think about your family. I'm talking about of course, your immediate family, but the nation of Israel, man. You understand? So don't think that, when we, saying these scriptures and when we, when your mindset is saying, oh, well, okay, I hear you. I understand what you're saying, but, what about me? You understand? What about my feelings? What about my thoughts? What about, what about this hot girl summer season that's about to come? What about, we're about to take a trip to Dubai. Everybody want to go to Dubai. Why, man? You understand? Everyone wants to go to Dubai. You understand? So they can, be in the sand and, ride the camels and, have, what is it? The sandstorms. You understand? So they can, see all the, rich East Indian men. I don't get it, man. Going down to Florida, taking trips, going to Atlanta, doing all these crazy and unrighteous things, man. all for the lust within your sexual deviant mind, man. That's what it's boiling down to, man. You understand? Our female, they want to listen to the effeminate man and the non-righteous man, but when it comes to listening to a righteous man, when it comes to, fulfilling the duties of being a good wife, they don't want to do that. They would rather be a whore. They would rather be lazy. They would rather, have their men work while they spend all the money and while they, take care of the bills with his money. Doesn't make sense to me, man. Never will, never have, and never will. You understand? And not saying, that, women are, good with their money, and good with, how they, manage their money and manage their bills. I'm not saying that at all, man. All we're saying is make sure that you just make sure that you are reverencing your husband. Make sure that you're reverencing, the man that actually oversee you, the man that's giving you the advice, the men that are giving you the counsel. You understand? Make sure that you are, giving them due credit as they need, man. Because of course, once you said again, we are all living in hell, man, and we are doing our due diligence in this truth. So do your due diligence as a righteous sister. It can be all so simple. But once again, you got to continue to shed yourself of the world over and over and over again to the point where it is that second nature for you to be that righteous sister, man. For you to be that woman that is silent and in loving, as the scripture says, man. So you can do all these things that we have been talking about all throughout class over and over again, like that residual cycle of righteousness, residual cycle of being that good woman, of being that bad bitch in a good way, in the most righteous way possible. You understand? Taking your man on trips, man. Whatever happened to that, man? What happened to, females catering to their husband? Good night, man. What was that song? I forgot who sang it. Cater to you. Of course, it was, probably all lustful and sexual deviant and all, any other type of way. But what happened to women catering soul and wholeheartedly to their husband? You understand? Where are they at? You understand? Where are they at? Now, of course, we know that we have the sisters here within the school, you understand, taking, holding it down for their husband, man. Holding it down for the men that actually look over them, man, and, that are overseers of them, man. Making sure that they are protected. But, of course, man, it's always room for improvement, and it's always room for more sisters to shed themselves of the world, man. To not be that wicked one. What happened to that? Let's go to let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. You understand? Because not only are these effeminate men are being over being quote unquote the voice of the black women now, that is trying to overtake our virtuous women, man. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. It says, "The woman shall not wear that which is pertaining unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do are a abomination unto the Lord thy God." That first part, the woman shall not wear that which pertaining unto a man. We in quote unquote Pride Month, and the lesbian movement is just at an uproar, man. It is on and popping, man. All these lesbians popping up out of nowhere, quote unquote coming out the lesbian closet, and what they're doing, man. They're persuading our black women to do what? To be with them. You understand? To be with the plastic versus the real deal, because that's what it's boiled down to. You understand? You would rather take a plastic versus the real deal, and that's a shame that it has come to this. You understand? Like, literally, who made these women, man? These women just came up out of nowhere, man, within the last 3 to 5 years. Good night, man. But it is at an all-time high, man. When these, within these lesbians, and I done seen it with my own eyes. It'd be a straight man walking with a straight woman, and a lesbian come by, and the lesbian takes the straight man's wife. They got some type of code, lingo, some type of wordplay that they got going on. But good night, man. It's coming to the point where, we allowing these lesbians, what they call them, studs, take our black women. Literally right in front of our eyes, man. But the scriptures, of course, is totally against this, man. The scriptures is totally against lesbianism and, homosexuality, man. But those two are the main influence for the straight women to become lesbians, or the straight women to get everything that they can get out of a man when it comes to those lesbians, and when it comes to the homosexuals trying to influence black women, man. It says, the woman shall not wear that which pertaining unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do are so abomination unto the Lord thy God, man. You understand? So, sisters, man, we need to once again make sure that we are doing everything that your husband is telling you. It can be so simple. It can be so simple. It can be so simple if you follow those simple guidelines that we've been giving you in all these classes, not just this class particular, but all these classes we have across the nation, of how to, how, of course, to shed yourself with the world, and then how to continually be that virtuous woman and be that righteous wife to her husband. Proverbs chapter 9 and verse 13, it says, a foolish woman is clamorous. Once again, it says, a foolish woman is clamorous, and she is simple and knoweth nothing. Good night, man. A foolish woman is clamorous, and she is simple, if knoweth nothing. She doesn't know nothing whatsoever. But let's keep reading. At verse 14, it says, for she sitteth at the door of her house on a seat in the high places of the city, man. Meaning what, man? They are on the forefront, not knowing a damn thing, man. Being on the forefront for everything, whether it's the, Black Lives Matter, whether it's, the LGBTQ plus community, whether it's for all, we love black men. We want to do, we want to do all these great things to and for our black man. But in all actuality, in all reality, what's truly happening, man? They are damning black men. You understand? They are locking our brothers up, man, for these, these false, accusations of, rape and molestation all majority of them are false, and majority of the women, they just want money. You understand? That's just how it is. That's how it that's how it's been. And man, hopefully and praying, it doesn't continue to be that way, where these homosexuals and these lesbians, they truly take control of our women to the point where they are on the forefront, and they're well known in the city for doing this, for being clamorous and being simple, but of course not knowing nothing. You understand? We want our woman to know to shut her mouth. You understand? We want our woman to know to do what? To make sure that her man comfort levels is at an all-time high, man. Let's make that at an all-time high, man. You understand? Let's bring back, the black women at an all-time high. Let's bring that virtuous woman at an all-time high, man. Instead of being what, man? Instead of being stubborn, instead of being simple. But hey, man, it could be all simple, man. It could be so simple. You understand? Not simple in the way as the scripture is saying, but simple as in a point of just do it, man. Simple, just do it, get it over with. You understand? Be that good wife, be that good sister to the brothers. You understand? Because we're not going to mislead you. You understand? Like I said earlier, man, 9 out of 10 times arguments and disagreements come from the women. Because men, we don't like to argue, man. Real men, we don't like to argue. You know what I'm saying? We like to, solve things and make sure that everything's good. But as far as arguing and going back and forth and doing all this and trying to be all seen and all that, that's not within our DNA to be like that, man. And if a man is like that, I will just ask that brother to check yourself. You understand? Look in the mirror and check yourself. Are you being the one that wants to argue all the time? Are you that one? You understand? Because like I said, 9 out of 10 times the arguments more than likely come from the woman. Whether the man brings it up or not. It 9 out of 10 times has to deal with the woman. So of course, women, make sure that you are doing any and everything that you can do, man. Any and everything that you can do to make sure that you are not, that double-minded female, in a sense where, you in one eye, you're all for the Lord, and then when you blink the other eye, it's frowned up at your husband. It's frowned up at the brothers and at the other sisters. Don't be that sister, man. You know what I'm saying? Leave that sister at the door. You know how the old folks say, man, hey, leave whatever you had at that door. Once you come in here, clear all that out. You understand? Of course, we will continue to mold you and, perfect you to be that woman, man. You understand? And don't gossip this world, leave all that gossiping leave all that gossiping, where you left it, man, in the world. You understand? Don't bring that gossiping to the household, man. You understand? Don't bring that gossiping to to your workplace. Don't bring what's ever going on within your household to your workplace, and vice versa, man. You understand? Let's sit down, have a good conversation. Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some strong drink or some wine, whatever whatever you prefer. You know what I'm saying? Let's set the mood. You know what I'm saying? Let's make sure that all of our comfort levels are met, and let's just get it on, man. Physically and spiritually, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's say to the hell with that old wicked bitch, man. Let's just say to the hell with her, man. And let's continue to be that righteous woman that your husband wants you to be. Because your husband don't want you to be argumentative. You understand? Your husband does not want that. Your husband wants you to be that righteous woman, man. You understand? The brothers in the school want you to be that righteous woman. So when it's time and fit for you to have a husband, you'll have that husband, man. You understand? the brothers over you, you know what I'm saying, camp leader, captain, whatever the case may be, he not gonna set you up with a man, and he know that you're argumentative. You know what I'm saying? Like, he know that you can't, come, to the school and, help the brothers out, with whatever the case may be. So if you can't help the brothers out, why would he, want to set you up with a brother that's in the school for you to be his wife? Just doesn't make sense, man. Doesn't make sense at all, man. So in all, make sure that you are doing any and everything that you can possibly do to be that righteous woman, man. That's your husband and that's your brothers, that the, men above you, that, Yahweh Shai, the Most High, wants you to be, man. Because, man, once again, man, that wicked woman, that wicked women's spirit, man, is just all on our sisters, man. And they want to devour our black men, man. They want to devour the priests and prophets of the Lord, man. Whether it's your husband, whether it's the wives, whether it's females in the world, whether it's someone that they got to deal with, whatever the case may be, man. It's all set, man, to devour our black man, man. And that's what it's all about, man. So don't be that wicked female, man. That I'm in the class. All right. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK. Started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it after 6 months. If a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can read about this in Numbers chapter 18, verses 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means tenth in Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation, we are still in the Feast of First Fruits. It starts after the Sabbath of unleavened bread, sundown, May 2nd. Count for 50 days, celebrate the 50th day, which falls on Sunday, June 20th. Starts before sundown. You can read about this in Leviticus chapter 23, verses 10 through 22. Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, scarf. And with that, shalom.